Hello again, and welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War. Excuse me. Today we have the Battle of Hardin Pike. If you remember the last battle, it'll be quite similar to it. Two corps, assault, entrenched Union infantry positions. We have until like 1800 again, I'm pretty sure. And again, much like the last one, we will be using 4 corps and 5 corps to try and gain some experience with the men in those corps before the final battle. If all goes well, which you know, it should, these troops will be competent enough to actually participate in the fighting, rather than just sitting on the sidelines. Or not on the sidelines, but you know. Just being bodies on the field. You get what I'm meaning? These guys can be shifted down. And, well, of course, as always, we do army organization first. And like that, we have the cheapest veterans there is now, so might as well get a few. I don't think there's any reason to hold back on the artillery and the skirmishers. In terms of recruiting veterans, the infantry will probably just stick to new recruits because, you know, they're infantry. They're gonna take a billion casualties, a bazillion casualties, and more importantly, you have to reinforce like 500 of them. Like Vet 1, sure, $10,000, not even that bad, but like 2 stars, 3 stars, forget about it. Frickin' $20,000, $30,000. Alright, who's missing men? You are. There he is. You are too. That was 2, right? Yes, it was. And you don't have guns in you. Okay. We need to make up for the set of cavalry that we lost last time, so we're probably going to form up a new brigade of artillery in place of them. Or I guess we could do Whitworths. We could do Whitworths. Wow, we really could do Whitworths. Alright. Alright. Infantry specialization. Might as well do Whitworths, right? Get a lieutenant colonel in there. We're going to give him some fancy rifles and 300 guys, and we'll do alright. There you go, Battle. It's a good last name. Right, last time, we acquired ourselves some more 20-pounder parrots. So we'll probably throw those in 2 corps. Yeah, there we go. Ordnance guns, swap out these Tredegears. And the ordnance guns are now parrot guns. Parrot guns. There we go. And now we can go down here. First of all, we'll throw a brigadier general in charge of this guy. And then we can swap out some parrot guns for some ordnance guns.
Sir, yes, sir.
There we go. And these are now ordnance guns. The ordnance guns are noticeably better than the parrot guns, but just barely noticeably. Like it doesn't make any sense looking from the statistics, really. Like, but what? That doesn't make any sense at all. The fire rate is lower. So the accuracy of the parrot gun is worse. The fire rate is worse. The damage is slightly better. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense. That's why these perform worse. I'll have 200 yards or meters of extra range. What? It's a breech-loading artillery piece. Surely it should fire faster. Whatever. Anyway. We now have to do the inventory, yes. And we might have the opportunity to shuffle down some what are they? More Harper's Ferries. Down to the 5 core. We're gonna probably buy up the rest here. There we go. Now, we still have Springfields. Okay, well, before we do any more, we have Richmond's to reinforce second core with. Oops, lift off the window there. Are we past second core now? No, we're not. We're almost past second core with Richmond's. CS Richmond. CS Richmond, not quite. What we can do is we can throw some 61 Springfields up here. And throw some more Richmonds down here. And we don't have, there isn't even enough in the store to complete a new regiment, so we won't worry about that. But we will do this and come down here and replace some of these 55 Springfields with 55 Harper's Ferries. There we go. And get them reinforced. And we'll buy some more Harper's Ferries. Get them reinforced. And is that all of the Harper's Ferries? Yes. Well, it isn't, but it's all the ones we can use to reinforce a full brigade of infantry anyway. We will buy up all the Harper's Ferries, or all the available rifles of the rifles that we're using.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There we go. In the end, just so that we can reinforce should Washington last more than a day. Yeah, look at that. 38,957. Just bonus Enfields that we got kicking around. That's perfect. We'll liquidate all of that, I imagine. Well, actually, I don't even think we need to. We're not doing the thing. We have too many recruits to even bother trying to force ourselves to have veteran anything, so. if I could somehow throw all of these average recruits into a massive brigade and then pull off some of these 24-pounder howitzers and then dissolve all of the other artillery companies and then force veterans, and there's a method, is what I'm getting at, that you can recruit veterans out of one section and then disband them, have them fall into your recruit pool, and then they still maintain their veterancy. So when you disband these guys, if I were to disband these guys, all, whatever, 300 of them would go into the recruit pool, and they'd add all of these stats to the recruit pool. Except because we have 28,783 recruits, they're like diluted amongst them, so this number barely moves. But if we had 0 recruits and we put these guys in there, then we could make a new regiment. Or, more reasonably, we could leave this regiment as it is, dissolve an artillery brigade back down here, reinforce this one to double its size with veterans, and then dissolve it, remake it, and then now we have 300 new guys, but they all have the veterancy of this, you see? So that's an infinite cycle that you can get unlimited, 100, 100, 100, and if you're doing this with infantry, you could get 100 melee too if you really went into it. Of course, it costs you an arm and a leg, 300 guys, $64,000. So, yeah, but, possible. Especially when you liquidate 38,000 infields. Anyway, we're dawdling around. Everything's ready to go. Let's get it going. So, some hardened pike, yes. The Army of the Tennessee has conducted a series of battles in the Western Theater in order to eliminate the Union presence in Tennessee, Alabama, and northwest Georgia. The Federal forces were driven out from most of their positions. However, the Army of Tennessee suffered heavy casualties, and the operations are almost stalled. Nashville is Union's last foothold in Tennessee. You've been ordered to move your army at the area and finish the job. If Nashville is secured, then we can plan undistracted our major attack against Washington and finish the war. You will lead 2 of your best corps against the Federal fortification. The rest of your army will seize the railroads and cut off Nashville from Murfreesboro, Franklin, and Johnsonville. Murfreesboro. God, every time. Whoever that guy is, he's got a hard name to read. Oh yeah, we didn't do the... Foolish. We didn't do the... Oh no, we did. No, we didn't. Right, I was going to say we didn't make that artillery brigade, but we didn't because we made Whitworth's. So, we had 4 corps lead last time. Let's have 5 corps lead this time, and then 4 corps be reinforcements. We have 10,000 men on them. They have more brigades than us. We have 8 guns on them. Hopefully they're not all here right away. The enemy, that is. Okay, so... Right, this is Stones River battlefield. I gotta take those hills again. General, Nashville is surrounded by formidable fortifications second only to Washington. We shall attack the northern part of the Federal defensive line at Hardin Pike. Lagging out pretty hard here. Wow. The pike is defended by 2 strongholds, one to the north and the second to the south of the road. They are protected by this redoubt. And all of them are surrounded by a trench line. Oh, everybody's here. Wow, alright. Nashville was the first Confederate state capital captured by the Yankees. Now it's the last one needed to recapture before our final march to Washington. Godspeed, General. Alright. Okay, not everybody, just 5 corps. Alright. Makes sense. Where do we even want to attack? Good question. First of all, do they have all their men? Yes, they do. Well, almost. They're down 6,000? Or no, 6,000. 2,000 and a bit. 2,000 and change. Oh, actually, no, that might be the guns. The gun crews. So that might be everybody. Okay. As for how to take this. I think I like this northern fort better as a starting position to attack. Primarily because we have forest to advance through, but the only problem with that is we have fortifications in the forest, which means it's going to be hard to crack that part of the line. Still, though, I think it's the best shot we have, because we have nothing to match the lines here. But we do have this forest and this forest to match their lines here. Match their lines in terms of some cover. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Alright. We have 1st Division. Right, we just have paraguns in this. Maybe it was a bad choice just taking this one and this one only. Or this one first, rather. Whatever, we'll get our ordnance guns eventually. Or more of our ordnance guns, I should say. Because we do have 1 set of ordnance guns in this brigade now. Or corps. Division and corps, yes. I have you guys as like a flank guard, and these guys can go here. These guys can be the guard of the flank guard, and all these lads can come up to the front here. And that should be fine, and all these guns should be stationed behind them, ish. And then these guys go up here, and these guys can be a reserve for now. And the Whitworths can come forward. And I would like to scout this tree line with some skirmishers before we actually move in. We can all pretty much assume, I should say, from at this point, that this entire fortification network is entirely manned. And it does not matter if we rush at it now. All that matters is taking these 2 hilltops. He doesn't need to go this way. Where are the supplies, too? Here they are. They're down there. Okay, good. It's a good thing I moved them. So yeah, forced concentration here. Take the hilltop. If we must, take the redoubt. Because I think we will. I think we'll just do wah. And then I think what we'll do is we'll take our sweet, sweet time doing this battle and come all the way around, hit this way, and then hopefully by that point our reinforcements come up and they can line up here and we can squeeze them into a pocket. Ideally in this field, or this area, really. Like this whole section is just fine for me for squeezing him to death. Alright, looks like I was worried for no reason with my skirmishers, because there are no enemy skirmishers. And really quick, I'm going to make sure that this battle actually has a reasonable time limit. Alright, so we have until 1500 hours. It's not quite as long as the last battle, but we also don't have to, you know, capture as many points, so fair enough. Although, that being said, we're probably going to take this point anyway. Unless, well, actually... we should try to. I'm not going to make any promises. We may just take 4 core, blast open a hole here. Well, but there's fortifications in the trees on a hill. So are these, though. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it happens. Of course, as usual, opportunities will be exploited if they present themselves. That's slightly awkward. There's 2 of them in the forest. I also find it kind of annoying that we can't advance under the cover of the morning darkness, because we started so late in the day. Do we break Cooper or Moore first? Or we're focusing Cooper, so I guess we'll shoot Cooper. Oh good, they're blocked, so they're moving forward right into the enemy's lines. Just shoot him, dude. You're overly expensive line infantry right now. Just shoot him. How about you just shoot him, Whitworth sharpshooters section? There you go. You figured it out. Very, very slowly. Actually, we're doing a lot of damage to these guys. Are these even trench works? Or are these breastworks? This will be slightly easier if they're not trench works. If they're only getting like 80% cover in there. We're going up a hill. Of course we are. We couldn't all just start at the top of the hill, no. And of course, as usual, I decided to march through the forest with my artillery. As you do. At this rate, we might actually rout them with our sharpshooters. They're taking enough damage in these volleys that it might actually morale shock them out. In which case I should probably be prepared to move on them. There we go. Be prepared to move on them, yes. Parrots are almost in position. We're getting there. Or these ones are, anyway. Man, more than 100 kills between them. Yeah, this is probably not trench works. I suppose we're about to see how effective this artillery is against them too, so... 7 in the first volley, that's pretty good from... Ah, it isn't, not really. Well, I guess they are parrot guns, I don't know. Right, and once all the guns are in position, get them all focused on this guy. Get them all focused on him, and then... Ideally oh, he's starting to rout. But he's not leaving. Interesting. You right there, Cooper? Well, when he routs, we're moving up. It's probably gonna be like a split echelon kind of thing. There he goes. Yeah, let's make... Oh, hey! More troops, great. So we get in position to break through them, and now we get reinforcements that I don't need yet, but I guess whatever. Let's go, yeah, like that. Like, yeah, like this. Maybe further back. There we go. Actually, just walk this way first. 2, 3, tread gears. Come this way. Ordnance guns. Come this way. Parrot guns, you get to march through the forest. Let's get 3 more to come south like this, along with these 2. Selburn can come up north and help with the pushing. And these 3 can be a reserve for whatever we need done up here, and we have cavalry to scout something, I don't know. There we go. Okay, now, oh yeah, and now we get to micro this. Okay, he's routing, but we've lost sight of him, so... And then we'll have this guy in the side reserve, in case he needs to be up there. You need to come this way, and you need to follow him up, and you need to assist. We just want to get over this first trench line. And we want to do it as quickly as possible. And now we focus more. All these guns need to focus him. Because again, not all of our guns are in position yet. We're going to try and take advantage of the fact that he is routed. Whatever his name is, I've forgotten already. Oh, I should have noticed that they were going to be forward guns. Makes sense. It's got to be keen on my Whitworths here that they don't decide to charge it more once they've... There we go, there's some artillery fire. Yeah, that's what I figured. You're now charging. Let's get the sharpshooters out of range now. Okay, now we're in shooting range. Need to get these guys on this flank to present themselves. Cooper, yeah. Cooper is leaving. Which is ideal. Braden, you can get right up in there. In fact, you guys need to get around the flank. And you need to maintain influence on these lads, and you guys can even run too, actually. Now there you go. Hazen, you're in position. Hampton, yeah, and you guys want to get up there before Cooper has the chance to move back to his fortifications. And Selburn can come over on the right. No, don't do that. Shoot them. How are you blocked? How is this blocked? There you go. Shoot them in the flank. Hold there, shoot them in the flank. Come on, get your volley off. Okay, well, he's routing anyway. Doesn't matter. Now we clean up along the line a little bit, get our spearhead going. There we go. Cooper's falling back. We don't need to run anymore. We got into our forest. Now it doesn't matter how fast we're moving because we're in the cover now. Bratton can go there, you can go here, you can come up right into the middle. Not too far, actually. Can't be too crazy about it. Not yet, anyway. Now we're gonna skirt along the line with the skirmishers, and we're gonna move up the guns into this field over here. Ordnance, parrot guns. Move these parrot guns into the edge of the trees. And eventually here, the other guns will get up here and we'll be able to really break this line. But that'll take some time. It has only been an hour and a half, and we have until 1500 hours. So it's not too much to worry about. And there we go. We have some of this line secured. We'll just do like a kind of defilated flank security thing going on there. And then I think that's a proper word to use there. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We're gonna have this lag back a bit. Essentially. Gonna go like that. And hopefully keep people from doing exactly that. Hey look, you decided to put your unit position here, and now you're technically flanked by this unit that's in front of you. Hooray! I would say that's kind of bullshit, but he also got the cover bonus of not being in cover yet, so whatever. Oh, there's 2 infantry? Ugh. There's 3 infantry sections here? There's 3,000 men right there. Ridiculous. When my fortifications are that strong, why can't I have all the men to man them and have them that close? It's always like... Your fortifications are super spread apart and but they take 50 divisions to man all of them, except you only have 4. Like, yeah. Accurate. Infuriatingly insufficient. Yeah, the infantry's almost in position down south. We're working on the guns currently. Actually, you know what? Just work on the guns for a minute. And you guys can work on those guns for a minute. As much as I want to get right to assaulting this hill, I also don't want to get shot in the side by artillery. Some flanking shock to our morale is not good. Ordnance guns, Tredegear guns. There we go. We're getting hit from this hill for some reasonable damage, which makes me think of 20-pounder parrots. Should be fun. Let's actually change target with these guys. We can focus on this hilltop altogether once we get to it. Ideally, I'd also like to kill the commanders, but it's not... Well, it might be worth targeting them specifically, actually. Yeah, get up on your hill. This artillery crew is pushing guns up a hill faster than my skirmishers can pursue them. Like... Alright, there we go. Now we have some semblance of an opportunity, sort of, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're gonna start shooting this infantry though now. Where's a supply? There's a supply. we'll move up a little closer now that we know. Now that we're actually engaging. Actually. Do want to be as effective as possible. If we can get them in shell range, it would do good for us. Oh yeah, and more Whitworths. Forgot about them. You shoot these guys, please. Unfortunately, all we're doing is taking casualties here. Shoot them. I don't want to select the skirmishers. I want the artillery piece that I've decided to put there, not the random skirmishers that have routed to where they are. Alright, guns in position, yes. All guns are firing. Almost. These look like trench works up on this hill. These might be breastworks, this is trench works for sure. Or earthwork, or whatever they actually call it. Now we move into shooting position. And we try and keep some cohesive second line. There we go. Telescopics and regular Whitworths come around this side. There, that's all I wanted. Whoa! Where the hell did you guys come from? Okay, he started to rout and then all the guns stopped targeting him, so we're going to force them to retarget him. And we actually have so many guns selected that we can't select all of them. There we go. Hit him still, please. There we go, we wanted this guy to rout, now he's routed. These Whitworths can come around the side and give this guy a hard time. Or start giving that guy a hard time, I guess. Now we get to walk up this hill. With our second line in tow. The plan being we get to flank Hill and Hubbard now. I'm gonna let these ordnance guns help here. And I guess the Treadigears too. Let's actually have the Treadigears shoot this guy. Let's have actually all of these guys shoot this commander. To hell with them. But everybody else, they get to shoot Hill up here. I guess Zep? Hill? Zep? Zep. Get him routing. Guns don't load when they're moving. Let's definitely keep Little up in in support of the infantry. That's for sure. Yeah, Mercy's gonna be routing here shortly. Oh, perfect. They got Zep to route. Or not route, but well, I guess routing is the way to say it. They are leaving. Okay, now that he's actually leaving his position, let's get all these lads to focus Hill on the left. Hill on the left, please. You're out of range. Damn, alright. Shoot them then. And I do want to micro and kill this guy, but I also need to focus all of my attention here to exploit anything that might actually happen here. Actually, don't shoot Hubbard, shoot Hill in the back. We can get him to route, and then we can take up this position, and we can shoot Hubbard in the back, and then we're actually making progress then. Hey, Hill broke. Perfect. Alright. Let's leave Mercy over there, because his morale's pretty busted up, so we'll just leave him as we go. Now what we should focus is Hubbard and his morale, because he needs to go. Right. Can't select all of them at once. Moody's starting to break too, which is unfortunate. Oh no. You stay here. Everybody else move. You go here, you go here, you can go here, you can move up, and you can just shoot them, I guess. Let's move around and start shooting them from here. There we go. Alright, he broke. Now we move up into the fort properly. What we can do is we can move up the left flank of the guns. Up to here. And up to here, because they're starting to become out of range of all these guys way back in the fort. And now, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, perfect. Now I guess we focus Thompson. keep the two commanders as close to involved as possible. Okay, perfect. There we go. We got that flank routing now. And you're charging, but, you know, we do have an insane amount of force concentrated here. I doubt whatever they could bring to bear is anywhere close to what we got. Just sitting here. Especially because we can basically guarantee that this entire area is full of dudes. There we go. Okay, those guns have... Oh, somebody's finally wounded. Oh, don't tell me it was it's division lead. Damn you, division lead. What are you doing out there leading your men? Ridiculous. There, shoot that guy. See, this is where control groups would do really nicely. Because I could just press, like, 1 and then select all of the artillery back there to pick a target, like Cooper here. There, yeah, just keep them from doing anything important. When you do stuff like this, you take lots of casualties from just artillery splashes, which is bad, but it's better than losing all our progress and not having... just standing in here and, oh, what am I trying to say? Standing here and ranged fighting against, fortifications, because that's not good. That's how you lose lots of men. This is also how you lose lots of men, but it's slightly less, or noticeably less than just standing and dying to earthworks. Get all these really long-range sharpshooter lads engaging these guys. Looks like we're spotted, even though we're not actually spotted. Supposedly. We are getting hit by artillery, so I imagine we're getting spotted when we fire, probably. Go. Route some guns. There we go. Okay. Kilver needs to get up here. We can start moving this way with our infantry now. This flank is locked out tight. Now that the infantry is starting to move up, or the security infantry rather, we can maybe move the guns up too. Here we go. These guys don't need to move yet. And I guess we'll let these ones shoot wood over here. I'd say this is going just fine. I would like this guy in the center to route. There you go. Let's break off course of skirmishers so we can see what's going on up here. And baits, yeah, see, there you go. We've taken approaching 4,000 casualties. They're taking approaching 3,000. Oh no, they're also approaching 4,000 casualties. So about as good as it went last time. And when I say last time, I don't mean I have done this battle twice. I mean last time as in the last battle that we did. That was very similar to this. Welcome to my World War I RP server. Please only ironically quote Hague. Yeah. God. Can barely remember my World War I history. Oh. Rogers, you decided to stop braking, did you? We've secured the fort. Take that, Union nerds. Oh, I don't think they want to take it because they started yelling. Alright, there we go. Now that we've taken the fort, we've got a semi-coherent line appearing. There we go. You know, if they're not in this fortification, we might as well just take this forest and building complex. I mean, why wouldn't we? No, we're not in cover over here. Or very much cover anyway. Our center guns have almost finished moving up now. And we've almost fully pushed them out of this fort. You know, I realized the problem with my plan for taking these hills. Because if I try to pin them here, yeah, that implies that I've taken this hill already. Which means we'll have until the contested timer goes down to actually kill them all off. Yeah, these are 24-pounder howitzers, almost certainly, because that was way too much damage to Moody that was taken there, so. Yep. We're taking morale shocks here. Problematic morale shocks. go. Alright, 5 hours, and we have the one peak. Or the one fort. Well, 4.5 hours. Sure you want to approach all these sharpshooters like that guy? Oh, Moody has decided to stop routing. Perfect. We're gonna get shot in the side if we push up any further from this edge. Fire! Hello? There you go. No, we're gonna have to get closer over here. Obviously, we are not close enough to keep them routing. The infantry wants to approach the skirmishers. Very well. And of course they shoot the telescopics. Like, they must understand which rifles are the most expensive and physically target them. Whatever. Or maybe it's just a skirmisher thing, I don't know. Well, we determined that it was a skirmisher thing because of how the AI behaved when it had to pick between skirmishers and infantry. And it picked the skirmishers every time, even when they were detached skirmishers. No bad skirmishers. See? Man, I think it actually will be super advantageous to kill Smith over here. Especially if he's just going to be an idiot and stand there in the front. At least my generals have the class to pretend to be afraid of dying. Shoot more in the back. I guess shoot them now. Never mind, shoot Smith again. Or yeah, I don't know. I don't know who to shoot. Get that guy. Get that guy to route. Then the infantry can shoot more in the back, and then he'll route. No, don't run away. Shoot. Yeah, there we go. I don't actually want you to stop shooting at this guy. Now, if the enemy wants to try and take this hill, they can try. Don't even mind, not at all. Now that we have our defensive positions set, let's get the guns on top of the hill now. So the infantry can hold the line. Now that we're getting proper engagements from the hilltop fortress, what even are? A 1 must be fulfilled, all must be fulfilled. Okay. Draw for both, or 1 for draw, 2 both for victory. Fair enough. No, apparently Chorus got too close, or his skirmishers got too close and died. Whatever happened to that observation point on top of this hill that was so useful? There and there. Get the gun or the supplies up here. Keep them all supplied. Here's the other supply. There it is. Actually, yeah, Woods should come up here and give the skirmishers ammunition. There. You could get out of there. I was so slow, but I remember we're on slow speed. 1500. So we'll have 5 hours after this to take the second hill, which is fine. I think it'll be enough. They've lost approaching 10,000, we've lost approaching 8,000. Shoot that gun, please. See if we can break him out of there. Ah, but here's the question. Do we push on the fort now, on the redoubt, or do we push on the hill fort? I don't know. It took us 5 hours to take this one. Will it take us 5 hours to take this one? Maybe. We might just do it here, actually. Hold up here and then push through here. That might be a viable method. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for that. Change of plans. Maybe? Because there's still 40,000 of them. Alright. Tell you what we can do, though, is we can march all the way down this line and break all these guys out of positions. By all means, charge up the hill into artillery fire. Honestly, it might be better to not push the redoubt, because that just means everybody in the redoubt will then be in here. And that's just bad for the advance, man. Well, whatever. Don't even care. I don't even care that the telescopics are dying. What I do care about is that Cross is moving this way for some reason. Okay, if we're going to do it like this and take this, we should move the guns now. So that they can be repositioned and engaged properly. Parrots. Yes. Come this way. Parrot. Ordnance. Just groups of guns. Just come this way. You know, we don't even need these guys to engage this. Engage this random squad or brigade of infantry here. It's not... I just wanted them to do something useful, but it's not necessary, really. Let's get a little down this way too. Oh, they didn't even shoot my guy in the back. That was nice of them. See, this is what I mean. Like, we captured one, and now already there's just brigades just appearing in the forest. Like, look at that. There's 7 of them right here. 8 of them? Yeah, 8 brigades right there. I don't think we have time to take the redoubt. Unless they abandon it. Which, you know, they might. It's a terrible engagement. We're just shooting in the open. Are they actually abandoning the redoubt? It'd be really annoying. Alright, I guess we'll have to feign the assault to get them to stay there. Do they even have anybody in there? Yes, they do. Okay, so it isn't entirely wasted us not taking it. Man, these are just terrible engagements. All over the place. Thanks, Malroy, for technically being behind us, despite not even moving behind us. You know what, to hell with this part of the line. We don't need to break open any more of this than we have to. Stop. Go this way. Could you just stop shooting? If you're not gonna fire a volley, why would you stand there? You're just taking casualties for no reason. Ah, yes. They've got the volley off into our side. And now they can cross this hill faster than they could when they were marching. Great.
Parrot guns. Just come down this way. Let's get everybody just down this way. Man, I guess we're gonna need this guy back up here. Let's see, yeah, let's just fall back, honestly. I would fall all the way back, but, you know, we need to hold some of the defensive works so they don't take them back. Like, I don't get it. He crosses the entire hilltop and he gains 80, he's still at 81% stamina? Like, is this all uphill this way and this is all downhill? Whatever. Come this way, a lot of you. Just speed up. We'll go like that. We need to reposition all the guns if we're going to attempt to take this freaking hill. There, I guess we have, they're gonna keep assaulting it, so might as well hold it. Somebody's dead. I don't care. I don't care at this point. It was just gonna happen, no matter what. Alrighty. Parrots. Or no, that's not them. These ones. Shoot that infantry. Or infantry. The artillery brigade right there. Shoot them. Keep shooting them. Someone else is wounded. You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You're not supposed to be wounded. Let's just try and make lines of 3. There were sets of 3 at some point. Are there not? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe there's one I'm not selecting. Doesn't matter. Guns are getting into position. We're pushing people out of spots. The infantry's also getting into position. And I guess we'll get the commander down here. There he is. Your job is to break these people in front of you. Cool. Now that they're running away, shoot the guys behind them. No, they've decided to actually run away. Now let's focus Thompson. He's the next closest guy in our way. Thompson is now leaving, which is perfect. That's what we wanted him to do. Now we can start moving up. Now we pick the next target, which I'm sure will emerge from the trees any moment now. But in the meantime, we will now start reinforcing that position with all of our men that we're going to be piling into there. Hey, look, a guy on the right. 2 guys on the right. There we go. We just move right like that. Okay. We're not seeing anybody in the trees now, so we might as well switch targets to the guy that we're going to get flanking shots onto, I guess. If we're in range. If we're all in range of him. Or rather, might get flanking shots into. You never know with these things. Just march in there. Alright, now all these guns are set up, which is great, because now we're going to target this guy on the left. And ideally we're all in range, yes? These guys don't matter, they're not really in defensive positions. Hey, we got a commander, look at that. Now it's all a matter of who you can shoot in the back and get them to rout out of their defensive positions. No, Randall, you don't actually have to stop marching. You just... When you can fire, just fire. And when you route, that makes sense. Because we don't even care. Hey, look at that. The 2 that we were shooting at have routed. Oh no, never mind. Wolfie is not routed. Wolfie? Wolfie. French. Probably. I don't know. Weird A. Woof, maybe. Maybe it's German. They like random E's in places too. Okay, there we go. Now we just focus fire people in the front. You? Yeah, you're not routing. And the splash damage might continue to route Kirby over there. There, just keep the pressure on that guy, and we should be fine to advance further. Without having to get into melee anyway. Hey, Rogers has come back from routing, which means we can now advance with him. Randall is wounded. Inconvenient of you, Randall. Oh, oh, actually, yeah, the artillery's doing some work this time around. Which is odd compared to last time. I felt we were doing much better last time, and the artillery did much worse. There we go. Alright, Rogers, you can come and face this way. And Hicks can come up that way. How many casualties are we on now? What is that? 13,000 now? They're pushing also 13,000 now, look. We've been flanked, quote unquote. Excuse me, sir, you're not allowed to be here. We're gonna have to ask you to leave. By stabbing you with their bayonets. There we go. Confederates have secured the fort. And like a good American, I will blame the government for all my problems and complain because they're the ones that wanted me to take this fort in one day. And that's the price of it. 13,000 men. Ugh. At least it's slightly better than World War I. We've actually made progress. And our entire unit hasn't been destroyed. Although that being said, the artillery is not nearly as scary as it is in World War, or as it is going to be in World War I, I suppose, from this perspective. Was to be, maybe the better way of saying it. Yeah, this definitely wouldn't be possible if the guns reloaded in like 30 seconds and the rifles reloaded in like 2 seconds. Like, imagine this battle, except everybody in the Union Army has repeaters. And all those repeaters are Spencers, except they're fancy Spencers that are even better than the ones they have right now, and they're even longer range. Yeah, wouldn't be able to do it. Man, I can't believe this is actually working. Is this standing on top of each other some sort of exploit I've stumbled into or something? I'm just trying to keep waves cycling through each other so they can keep firing, but maybe this is not how the game is designed. Yeah, taking this hill first is probably the better call. Because imagine all these guys, except they're up here. Some of these guys starting to come out of range? Not yet. This wave-like assault is actually making some really significant progress, so I'm not going to move the artillery until it stops firing at something. Actually, these guns are no longer... Well, I don't know. They're probably helping a little bit up there. Still. And as long as they're helping a little bit, I suppose they can just stay there and keep doing it. Yeah, and it's battles like this that there is actually no point for cavalry. Like this guy... I don't think I've seen a point where I could have effectively used this cavalry without having to super micro it. And then at that point, how many men would I have saved not microing the infantry, right? And so many people are dying. Like, you've only taken 100 casualties. Are you telling me that that was enough of a health shock to trigger the freaking possibility of the commander dying? 100 troops, really? During that entire wave assault? Get the guns on the hill. Let's do that. And then we're gonna stop right here-ish. Just all along this tree line. And that'll be good. And now that, yeah, we've pushed them out, so let's get the other commander down here. Just push them out of here. I don't know if the battle ends after we take the fort. I mean, it probably does. Like the other one. But also, this one is a little different, so maybe the end conditions will be a little different too. Maybe probably not, though. Probably just end immediately. And we've almost done, well, is that 13,000 now? No, they had way more than that. They had like 50,000 men. So we've done like 23,000 casualties of damage, I think. And I don't think we've lost the unit, so our total is representative of our whole. Where theirs is not. Theirs is not. Like, the divisor is not representative because some of their units have broken and are running off the battlefield. Like those ones. Ah, there it is. Well, it's over. Man, they really did have 2 Andrew Smiths. 2 of them. That must be super awkward when giving orders. Hey, get Smith to take that hill. Which Smith? Andrew Smith. Oh, well, that was an awful battle. Just like the last one. Excessive casualties on both sides, though we did come out on top. I would have loved to continue that all the way to the end, but I don't know if I would have been able to push the hill if we had actually tried to go around it. Like, we had a hell of a time just getting up it with the men that we had. Kills is awful for everybody. Lots of kills, lots of losses. Lots of kills, lots of losses, and shockingly enough, probably some 20-pounder parrots over here that were on top of this hill shooting us in the side the entire time are these lads with 903 and 753 kills between them. 500, yeah. Let's take a look at what we got. We got Springfield 61s, makes sense. Harper's Ferries 55, also, well, it doesn't really make sense for them, but whatever. Maynard's 20-pounder parrots, yep, no shock there. 10-pounder parrots, also not a shock. And 12-pounder howitzers, makes sense. And we recovered some of our rifles. Bam! Final career point. Logistics. Because any more points in reconnaissance are totally useless. They gain 3,700 and then 3,600. So we did do damage to them. And now all that's left is the Battle of Washington, where we will probably have access to the ability to drop all of our cores. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well. Ah, yes, this battle. Yes. Well, thanks for joining me, and join me next time for the Battle of Washington.